Watch that new episode.
Oh, fuck, dude. Today's Sunday.
Yeah, man. You're all hyped up on Magic. You don't even know what day it is.
Yo, dude, it's fucking...
I am willing to wait until the end of the Magic game to watch it.
Did you tell the people Happy Easter?
No.
Happy Easter, people.
He is risen.
Welcome, Jesus.
Welcome back.
To our lives.
Welcome back, Jesus.
I can be a preacher.
Yeah,
Dog.
that's exactly how it goes right there. We in. Welcome to the Chris and Kyle Show. It's my low post entry.
You've been more loud. That was more loud than anything that I'm used to from you. Other than your singing, probably.
Oh, yeah. I got a wire around my legs. All right, I'm good. I'm free. I was trapped. What's good? What's going on?
Nothing much, dude. I'm fucking...
You hyped up for later?
I am hyped up. It's a bummer, man. I'm kind of not... So, right now, it's a 2-1 series.
Obviously, we're referring to the fact that the Orlando Magic are playing today, and
against the Toronto Raptors.
As you all know, Chris loves
and
the Magic.
are a 7 seed, and they're most likely
yeah, they're lucky to have won a game.
Yeah, exactly. But the fucking I don't know. Response from Raptors fans has really been bugging me.
Mm-hmm.
Just little shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the type of person where just little shit will just stay in my mind for a while. And I hate it. You know, just little...
Listen, man,
comments.
Don't let the few define the many for you. There's probably tons of dope Raptor fans.
And I agree. And I think that every fan base is going to have a subsect of idiots.
Yeah, they all have them.
And jerks. And
then places like Reddit are like the spawning places for those people. That's where they can go and they can infest other fan bases and stuff.
I don't even think Reddit is as bad because there's a downvoting feature.
True.
I would say Instagram's way worse because...
Dude, I tell you all the time, stop looking at Instagram
sometimes
comments.
they're so funny, though.
Stop looking.
There's a lot of really funny
There
Instagram
is not
comments.
enough gold in that dung heap for it to be worth it.
Don't say that, dude.
No, I'm
there's
saying
a lot
it.
of really
I
funny
stand
stuff.
by it, dog.
There's a lot of really funny stuff in Instagram comments. You never know.
There's funny stuff in comments on every internet forum.
And there's definitely examples of positive things. You can't just
I'm sure there are positive comments,
right?
But
we'll talk about Kyle Korver.
Yo, did you see that?
All right, I'm not sure if you. I'm not sure if you've read the article. We should have both read the article before fucking doing this.
What article?
He wrote.
You're talking about his Players Tribune? Yeah, I read the whole thing. That came out last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
The thing on white privilege.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
It was literally called Privilege. What did he talk about?
Actually, okay, I'll finish my point first. Okay, so he came out fucking after the game yesterday. Huh?
That was old news. I thought you were talking about his comments about Donovan
But we
Mitchell.
haven't talked about it. Okay, but the comments on Donovan Mitchell that he made, right? So he...
unprompted.
Yeah, unprompted.
Unsolicited.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, reporters, come back here. I want to say one more thing.
Yeah, and then he talked about how Donovan Mitchell is just a great young player and how incredibly impressed he is with Donovan Mitchell. And I guess I didn't see the game. Donovan Mitchell
missed
lost.
He had a perfect look.
Yeah.
To tie the game and send it to overtime.
And he just missed it.
And that was if the Jazz couldn't win that game, they're not going to win any games because it was Harden went 3 for 25 or something like that. That was their game to win.
Right.
That was their game to turn the series around.
Yeah, but Kyle Korver just basically was saying this is just going to be a part of the story for him.
Part of the story. A blip on the radar.
Yeah. But I went through the Instagram comments on that video, and people are fucking Kyle Korver's invited to the barbecue, shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking a lot of somebody was Kyle Korver's trying to single-handedly end racism. There's shit like that. That was positive, and I like that. I'm not gonna stop looking at Instagram comments just because of.
I don't ever look at Instagram comments,
and a majority of the time they don't.
I don't spend enough time on Instagram though, to be honest.
Majority of the time they don't stick in my brain, like that. But okay, so what did the Kyle Korver?
He wrote a Players Tribune article called "Privilege," and it was about his viewpoints and his perspective on what happened a few weeks ago with Russell Westbrook at the game in Utah, where that fan got banned for life for using racial slurs on the sidelines.
And Kyle Korver's a player for Utah.
Yeah, Kyle Korver plays for Utah, and is a white dude. Mm-hmm. So it was basically just like his thoughts on racism in general and his place and all, Caucasian and especially like Caucasian males' places in helping to put an end to it, and not being the type of person that will just sit back and be silent because you feel awkward about something, but actually being the kind of person who will come out and say something in defense of stopping people from being shitty. It's a really good article.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
I need to read it.
I love Players Tribune. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I've ever read one.
Never read any Players Tribune articles?
I don't think so.
No, they're really good, dude. I don't know how much of it is actually the players writing the article. A lot of it is, I think, like them dictating to an actual writer and then the writer sort of emphasizes it or whatever. But they're usually really interesting stories, always very unique perspectives on things. The Dion Waiters article is amazing from like 2 years. It's the most wild shit. Dion Waiters wrote one about basically being Dion Waiters, about just being the most overconfident motherfucker in the world, and it's amazing.
Was it like self-aware? It
was super self-aware.
Yeah.
Like he talked about how he will never stop believing in himself, like to the nth degree, and it's amazing. Like Dion Waiters is a ridiculous human.
Fucking, I need some of that, dude.
Everyone could use
a
little slice of Dion Waiters' confidence. If anything, just to take a little bit of it away from him because he's got a little too much.
Right. Kind of like the Kyle Kuzma factor. Like if you took like a little bit of Kyle Kuzma's aggression away from him and then gave it to Lonzo Ball, like
fuck Kyle Kuzma. Quote the Orlando Magic fan base.
Michael Scott. Dude, I gotta show you this, dude. Fucking the Sixers fucking Instagram. Whoever runs that Instagram, they come up with the.
They have a high level
social
social media
content.
squad.
High level content.
Dude, the Atlanta Falcons released. Okay, so the NFL regular season. First of all, this is one of the most blown out things in all of sports. Is when people get hype for the NFL schedule release in April. It's so stupid. Like I love football. I love the NFL. Who gives a fuck what the schedule is in April? There are people. It's a thing. It's like schedule week, and they have like a 2-hour show devoted to it on ESPN, and like. People start predicting record. Dude, the teams aren't even set yet. The draft hasn't happened.
Right.
What are you doing trying to figure out what record people are going to have? What is this life? Anyway, the Falcons did like the dopest schedule release thing ever. They made a Game of Thrones intro video edit of their schedule, and they made cool like house sigils for all the teams they would be playing.
That's pretty cool.
And they made like a map, and they had like the Game of Thrones style map of all the cities and the stadiums. Very cool, super well done.
Nice.
And I was like, even if that is what I got out of NFL schedule release week, worth it.
Yeah,
I'll deal with the bullshit for that cool video.
That is cool. Yeah, so the Sixers, they come up with like, I love it when teams like come up with their own content like that. Like they're good at creating content. So after Mike Scott's,
well, like the Kings have like the most famous social media presence in sports, probably. So just meme out really hard.
After Mike Scott's, it wasn't necessarily a game winner. It was like it was
basically the game winner.
I think it put him up 5, right?
It was a dagger.
Yeah, it was a dagger. So Mike Scott's game
dagger
dagger against
his dagger.
Yeah, against the Nets in Game 3.
Dude, the Nets needed to take that game to make that a series.
Yeah. So the Sixers posted that.
You have no idea how I can fly.
It's just a picture of Mike Scott
great.
flexing,
like celebrating. It's
flexing after the shot, and the quote in the caption says, "You have no idea how high I can fly."
That's
which
funny.
is Michael Scott quote from The Office.
Yeah, man, that game was. Did you see the Nets GM just got suspended for a game?
Yeah,
he went into the refs' locker room after the game.
I didn't even know that the refs had a locker room.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Of course they get a locker room.
Say it like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Why are you trying to be sexy about like how obvious it is?
I didn't mean to. What do you mean you don't know that? That's the thing in high school. That's the thing in high school wrestling.
Locker rooms, huh?
That's the thing in high school wrestling. The refs get like a room. My dad
get a room.
My dad used to like make them food for wrestling tournaments. He would like cook food for the refs. for the wrestling tournaments.
They get a room. I understand that.
Dude, what makes a locker room a locker room?
Lockers.
Nah, dog. It's about sweaty men or women getting naked. That's what makes a locker room.
It's every guy's dream.
So you haven't been paying too much attention to the playoffs outside of the Magic, which I'm very disappointed in you.
I have.
You haven't watched
I
that
haven't
much.
watched the games. No.
I'm disappointed in you. There's been
Yeah?
some fucking really good
Yeah.
basketball, man.
There's part of me that's like man, this fucking OKC fucking Portland series.
It's
is
amazing,
so
dude.
lit.
Yeah, but you haven't watched any of it. I've watched like all of it.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. Russ versus Dame. Ooh, it's been real good. Real good.
Well, like part of me, like I don't know, like
The Spurs Nuggets series has been
because
good.
I was so busy for like the first month that we were living here. Like now that like I've sort of gotten some downtime, but it's like downtime that I also have to, like, I have a midterm. Like I've like my.
Well, you just had your spring
midterm.
break.
Yeah, I just had my spring break, and even like during that spring break, like Kate was here, so like there wasn't like a lot of downtime. You know, like I'm making sure that like she's happy and shit, right? But yeah, like fucking part of me just like wants to veg out to the nth degree. You know what I mean? Like I need to chill.
What's more chill than watching b-ball in games where you
Dog,
have
that's
no
not
personal
chill.
stake?
That's not chill at all.
That's so chill.
That's not chill.
What are you talking about?
That's not chill. You think Russ versus Dame is chill?
It's
Ain't
dope.
no chill there. Ain't no
It's chill for me. It's not chill for them. It's just dope as hell to watch.
Ain't no chill there.
That series has been great. The Nuggets Spurs series has been fun.
Was it though?
What?
Like I'm okay with not watching any of the Nuggets Spurs.
As someone who has watched them, it has been fun.
Like I watched.
That's the reaction you should give to the Bucks Pistons series. Like, oh, I don't need to watch that.
I just like okay, so like we sat down and watched like the first half of that game.
No, you did. I watched the whole game.
You left.
Yeah, but I
for
came back
something.
like midway
Yeah.
through the third quarter with food.
Okay. But once it hit halftime, I was just like, all right, I don't want to watch this anymore.
Basically, I'll watch a game until, like, if a team pulls ahead by too much, where it seems like obviously, missed the comeback from the Clippers because of it. But who saw that coming? A 31-point comeback. Nobody.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the next... Dude, I was so mad at myself. Because, like, early in the day, I was like, I'm going to tweet about the Warriors-Clippers game before it starts. And I'm going to tweet something about how I was going to be like, over-under Warriors win by 20 tonight. Because I'm taking the over. Meaning it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah.
And I forgot to tweet it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought about doing it, like, around halftime. And then I was like, but what if they come back again? And then I look like an idiot. And then at the end of the game, they won by like 35. Well, so how many more games is Magic going to win?
I think they could win tonight.
They could. You could win any game.
Dog, look. If we lose the next two games, I'm more than
Happy
fucking
camper.
Well, I'm more than proud of the team that we put out this year, dude. Fucking like I think the max amount, like the best situation that ESPN put out at the beginning of the season for us was like 35 games, like to win 35 games, and they said. I think they said something about like obviously this is like hindsight bias, like it's ridiculous when we're looking back on it. But they said that like Jaren Grant needed to step up in order for us to have some success. Like when like,
but why would they ever think that?
They said that like because our point guard spot is so weak that we're gonna need. Which like the idea of that actually is pretty sound.
Well, because you have a weak point guard. All your point guards are collectively weak. One of them needs to step up.
Exactly, and like
why would you pick Jaren Grant?
But also like the we played best once we got MCW.
Yeah, because Jaren Grant wasn't playing,
and
wasn't
like
good.
Once we got away from Jaren Grant and our backup point guard Isaiah Briscoe for a majority of the season, he was playing really well. Not as good as MCW when we got MCW, but like they were for the most part right, and that like a backup
point guard
needed to
step up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe like DJ Augustine just played way better than anyone expected.
Yeah.
Your starting point guard.
So like after watching, I've been watching a lot of like post game interviews and stuff with the Magic, and a lot of, especially after game 1, and DJ hit the game winner and shit. There was this one reporter that like was like asking all of the players and the coaches like kind of the same thing. Like he was trying to bait them into like his own narrative. And, like it was very leading.
It's the thing reporters do. It's annoying.
Very.
Why do you think Russ never answers that one dude's questions?
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's that one dude. It's always that dude. That dude asks a question and Russ just sits there.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
But no, but like the super leading question still had like a good idea to it.
Mm-hmm.
That DJ Augustine is basically like Orlando Magic personified. The fact that like no one really thinks about it. Like no one thinks that they're bad, but they don't think that they're good enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just constantly
I feel like
underrated.
that could fit a lot of players on the Magic, though.
Yeah.
Orlando Gordon. I wish the Magic would draft a dude named Orlando.
That would be pretty cool.
It'd be whack.
Yeah.
Orlando Bloom.
Or like, yeah, somebody like Ocala Jones or something like that.
Winter Garden.
Winter Garden. That's it.
That's Winter Garden. Anyway. Yeah, so outside of the NBA playoffs, not much has happened.
In sports?
I mean, Tiger won the Masters, but I don't know if you care about that at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty dope.
Dog, I was looking at the fucking John Jones fight card that's coming up, dude.
He's fighting Thiago Alves, right?
Not Thiago Alves.
Thiago Silva. Sanchez. There's so many Thiagos. There's so many Thiagos.
Thiago
Santos. Is he the one with the
I couldn't tell you who he
crazy tattoo on his, like, goes up his body?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
I
know that he's a huge knockout artist. That's what I know. The
right.
dude he's fighting has huge knockout
You
power.
are right, though. There's a Thiago Alves.
There's
Thiago
a billion
Silva.
Thiagos.
Yeah. There's a lot of Thiagos.
Thiago Santos.
Thiago Santos.
Gotcha.
I'm about 90% sure.
Yeah.
Now
We'll never know.
Yeah, but
Who else is on that card? I don't even know.
Oh, dog. Fucking look that shit up right now.
Is that... That's not the next pay-per-view card.
No, I think it's in
the
June.
Rose Namajunas card is the next pay-per-view card.
No, I think it's in June.
Do you know the number on it?
239.
UFC 239.
But dog, I was looking at it like Ben Askren is fighting Masvidal on that card, and that's like the fucking seventh best fight. It's insane.
It's literally the final. So yeah, is it George or Jorge Masvidal? Have we talked about this before?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's Masvidal versus Ben Askren, Diego Sanchez versus Michael Chiesa. That's a weird fight.
Mm-hmm.
How old is Diego Sanchez? 90?
He's been around the game for like since he was 18. So like he's probably got that Tobias Harris factor.
This
where
name
you
is
think that
wild.
He's older than he is.
Edmund Shabazian. He doesn't even have a Wikipedia link.
Right.
Versus Jack Marshman. I don't know them. Jan Blachowicz and Luke Rockhold. Rockhold moved up to light heavyweight. I bet you if Rockhold wins that, they'll probably have him fight John.
That'd be sick.
Francis versus Junior. Hell yes. Amanda Leona versus Holly Holm at bantamweight. So that's 35.
35.
So that's Amanda's weight class.
Right.
And then John Jones versus Thiago Santos. That's a good ass card. That's a real good card. Did you see who Robbie Lawler's fighting? So Ben Askren's next fight, they put up. Ben Askren beat Robbie Lawler.
Right.
Ben Askren is fighting Masvidal. Robbie Lawler is fighting Tyron Woodley.
Why not, dude?
Dude, Robbie Lawler will fight anybody at any time, and he'll make it a war. I love Robbie Lawler. Love that dude.
Okay, so say if like it's like the first fight where like Tyron Woodley comes out and he looks like a world beater.
Dude, Tyron Woodley can beat anybody.
Yeah. Well, like what? But what do you do then?
Like if Tyron Woodley beats Robbie Lawler?
Well, not just beats, but like looks different than he has for the past 5 fights.
Well,
while
let's
he was
also
champion.
assume Ben Askren beats Masvidal, right? Or vice versa. I think you have Tyron Woodley fight the winner of that fight and the winner of that fight gets a title shot. Because right now, the champ is... I can't keep track of all the champions off the top of my head. It's too much. Who just beat Tyron? Jesus. Welterweight. UFC.
Fucking Adesanya is also a middleweight too, right?
Yes.
Fucking killer's row, dude. So many good middleweights.
Middleweight, welterweight, and lightweight is like stacked.
Right.
Yo. Why are you making this hard on me, UFC? Bantamweight, featherweight, lightweight, welterweight. Kamaru Usman. Remember, he dominated.
Oh, yeah.
He wrestled the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Colby Covington is ranked really high. Darren Till is ranked really high. He just got arrested.
Oh, yeah. What did he do? Fucking...
Stole a cop car. Or no, a taxi. He stole a taxi. Not a cop car. That'd be even more wild. Rafael dos Anjos is in the top 5. So, like, Robbie Lawler and Ben Askren and Masvidal and... Who's the other fighter we just mentioned?
Tyron Woodley, Robbie Lawler, Masvidal, Ben Askren.
Out of those
Adesanya?
four. Out of those four.
Right.
None of them are in the top 5.
Okay.
But
Ben Askren
But you could
probably
make
the one that could...
you could make the case for giving any of them
a title
top
shot.
5 status or a title shot. Yeah. The weight class is just so stacked.
Who's in the top 5? Yoel? Not Joel.
I just told you the top 5. Tyron Woodley, Colby Covington, Darren Till, Stephen Thompson, Rafael dos Anjos.
Gotcha.
Wonder Boy. Let Wonder Boy fight a different champion, please, instead of those boring ass fights against Woodley.
I'm mixing up middleweight and welterweight right now.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Because Adesanya is in middleweight.
And is trying to like punch up and talk shit to John Jones for some reason. What are you doing, kid? You've got a shot here. You got a chance here, man. Don't make that dude come down and beat you up.
I think it's more stupid for John Jones.
John has just been responding. Like, basically, somebody asked him about Adesanya, and he basically was like, yeah, he's really talented. I want to see him do it against so-and-so. And then Adesanya started, like, talking shit.
Dude, I'm all about fucking Israel fucking...
Oh, yeah, it's great. But, like,
shit.
at the same time, like, that's the kind of shit talk that you can't really back up. Right?
I mean,
what are you going to do? You're going to go up 20 pounds? Do you know what he weighed in his last fight?
Underweight,
183.
Right? Yeah.
You want to go up to 205,
He's a
homie?
small middleweight. Yeah.
You want to go up to 205? You want to see what happens to you if you fight
Look,
John Jones?
I agree with you, but even if he took that fight, I'd be like, good on you, Izzy.
I don't want to see that happen.
I don't.
I don't want to see Israel Adesanya get ragdolled by anybody.
I don't either. That
would be ugly.
But if Izzy wants to do it, Izzy wants to do it.
No,
dude.
go fight Bobby Knuckles. Put on a war somewhere in either Australia or New Zealand. It's going to be dope.
I agree with you. But dude can talk shit all he wants.
I'm so hyped for that.
He's trying to make a name for himself, and I like it.
I'm so hyped for that fight.
Yeah.
Well, no, like, sure, that's fine. Try to make, but like, in the effort of trying to make a name for yourself, doing it by just like talking shit or calling out people that you can't fight doesn't make sense. You're not gaining anything.
Dog, fucking your boy Max Holloway just said that he would fight DC or whatever after his
true.
fight.
He did.
After he lost.
He did. Yeah, but that was a little different because he wasn't like talking shit about DC. He was more just being like, I'll fight anybody. I think that's real.
I think
about
Adesanya
me.
also does that. I think that there's more humor to what Adesanya is doing than you're giving credit for. I don't think
I haven't seen him say any of it. I've only read it, so it doesn't come.
Well,
through.
he's doing like John Jones impressions and shit.
Really?
Yeah,
that's kind of
like it's not Colby Covington. He's not just being he's not just being an antagonist.
Dude, is Colby Covington going to get completely passed by? Do you think?
Does he get completely
or
passed
is he
by?
going to get the shot against like? So there was like that brief moment where he fought for like an interim belt or something.
Yeah.
I think he has an interim belt or something like that. I don't know, dude. There's too many interim belts flying around. But where it seemed like he was going to be like the next dude to get a shot at Woodley, and then he just didn't. I think he got hurt or something. And now it's like he's an afterthought. And he's like desperately, constantly trying to like put himself back in people's minds by saying more and more ridiculous things. But like, I don't think barely anybody knows who he is. And the people that do know who he is don't like him.
Well, he's like the worst parts of Conor McGregor without the humor, like without the cleverness and like the
Yeah, he's just mean.
and without. I'll say this: without the poetry. Fucking Conor McGregor.
No, he's a poet. Dude, you think you come up with things like, we're not here to take part, we're here to take over without being
That's
a fucking
straight-
poet?
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome.
That's some great.
He says that
economy
in
of
his
words.
whiskey commercial. Are you kidding me? But yeah, man. Like,
Proper
they might
coronavirus
give
whiskey.
Colby Covington a shot at Usman. They obviously can't give it to Darren Till now, until his legal proceedings are taken care of now. Maybe Wonder Boy. That wouldn't be a fun. I don't want to let someone else try to take the
Wonder
belt
Boy just
from
got
Usman.
knocked out
Are you sure?
by Anthony Pettis, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that was nasty. Yeah. You're right. These rankings must not be. Okay, that's because I wasn't on the official UFC site. It was. Why is the top link not the official UFC site?
What were you looking at? Sure Dog?
I don't know. Dude. Okay, this is right. Okay, here we go. New rankings. Up-to-date rankings. Champion Kamaru Usman. Tyron Woodley, Colby Covington, Rafael dos Anjos, Masvidal, Ben Askren. That's your top 5. Makes way more sense. Darren Till, Stephen Thompson, Wonderboy, Anthony Pettis, Santiago Ponzinibbio, Robbie Lawler. Fill out your top 10. And it keeps going, dude. This class is lit. Leon Edwards, Damian fucking Maia, Neil Magny, some dude named Elicio dos Santos, and Vicente Luque. Neil Magny is 12. I mean 13, and Damian Maia is 12.
When was the last time Damian Maia fought?
I don't know. What is he, 95?
He's definitely way older than Diego Sanchez.
I'm going to look that up.
True, he might have that fucking Serge Ibaka syndrome.
I think they're both around 40.
Diego
Or mid-30s.
Do you know that Serge Ibaka is only 29 years old?
29, it's freaky,
Isn't that
dude.
crazy?
It's because he's been in the league. Okay,
Yeah.
Diego Sanchez is 37.
Holy shit.
I told you he
dude.
was old, dude.
That's nuts. 37 years old?
Yeah, man. And like, he's not a young man's 37.
No.
That dude's been through
Hell no.
wars. Damian Maia, why you gotta spell your name like that? I can't Google you.
Diego Sanchez was like my favorite fighter.
Really?
Yeah. It used to be.
Interesting. The Nightmare?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back when he was, because he's like started off like 16-0. That dude was so fucking good.
Diego Sanchez?
Yeah, and he
37.
was just-
Damian Maia? 41. Get out of here, bro. I know people's ages.
He's still older.
Yeah, but I said 40s and you were like, nah.
For Damian Maia? Dog, you could have said 60 and I would have believed you. I said that Diego Sanchez was
Yeah,
younger.
yeah.
You were right about Diego Sanchez being older.
So that's welterweight. Middleweight, Adesanya's weight class. Bobby Knuckles is your champion.
Yeah.
Adesanya's the interim champion and the number 1 contender. Then you've got Yoel, Soldier of God. I'm 90 and I look like I'm 20, Romero. You know, he's like 40. He is 40, I think.
Yeah.
He's old as shit, and he looks like a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
He looks like a baby. A swole-ass baby. Rockhold? I don't know if he's going to fight middleweight ever again, though.
He was such a fucking big middleweight. It's going to be interesting. him
Ronaldo
moving up.
Souza. Kelvin is 5.
I wonder how, like, fucking a Luke Rockhold, John Jones fight would be so fucking, like...
I think he's next. And
Yeah?
that would be my guess.
If Luke wins this
If Luke
fight.
wins the next fight against Jan Blachowicz,
Because I also, like, I think that...
which he should win.
I'm making a lot of fucking comparisons here between fucking MMA athletes and fucking NBA players or basketball players. But like, I think that Luke Rockhold kind of has like a Nasir Little kind of thing, where like he steps up to the challenge. Like you have to challenge him in order to see his actual potential. That's why like Luke, like when you
remember
give
when
him,
he lost to who was it? Who did he have no interest in fighting?
Mike Bisping.
That's right.
He lost to
When
Mike
Bisping
Bisping.
got the belt.
Because
He had no interest
because Mike
in that
Bisping
fight.
stepped in like with like a week's notice or whatever, and
Yep.
then he fucking lost to Mike Bisping because he
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
overestimated him.
I'm not gonna lie. That was awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy how fucking Mike Bisping completely turned around his
image.
narrative.
Yeah. Like the people hated him. DC did the same thing. People used to hate DC.
Yeah, I think they were more like.
It was more like, stop acting like you're the greatest. John Jones exists.
They were more annoyed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Mike Bisping was like, he was like a villain because of like all the shit that happened between him and Dan Henderson and how much of an antagonist he was.
Yeah. He's also just good on TV.
Dog, what if in like 5 years we're like, man, Colby Covington's such a nice guy?
Hey, it could happen. This weight class isn't as deep, but the top is really good.
No, but seeing Luke, I don't think that as big as Luke Rockhold is, he's gonna be fucking dwarfed by John Jones.
Yeah, dude, John Jones is a giant monster. He could fight heavyweight all he wanted if he felt like it. He could go back to doing powerlifting and just straight up fight heavyweight and never cut weight if he felt like it. Just roll up, be like 240, smash motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Be terrifying.
Yeah.
The one thing I wonder about John is if he moved up to heavyweight, would he face a Max Holloway type challenge of overcoming a lack of power that we just saw Max have against Dustin Poirier, right? Dustin clearly was way more powerful than Max was. Max touched up Dustin way more than Dustin touched him up. But every time Dustin hit him, it meant more. That's why Dustin won the fight.
They're more significant,
Yeah. John isn't a knockout artist. Even at light heavyweight, he is just an artist.
He's more technical.
He just finds ways to, almost like Max Holloway, drown you in what he's doing to you. Whether it's, the thing that's different is that he does it with every different type of technique. He does it with grappling. He does it with jiu-jitsu. He does it with striking, different forms of striking, kicks, elbows. He's never really been a one-punch knockout type of guy.
Yeah.
So I wonder if him moving up to heavyweight would make that more of a hole in his game. Because dudes at heavyweight are going to put you to sleep.
Yeah, they're going to bang.
Like, I would love to watch just a jacked up John Jones fight. Like,
Stipe?
That would be cool. But like, I'm thinking like Francis, like a true monster, like a terrifying creature. Francis Ngannou. Like, that would be crazy. What a weird fight.
Is there any way that fucking John Jones doesn't just like fucking like low single the fuck out of Francis Ngannou? It would be like
that would be his plan, obviously.
It would be like Randy Couture versus James Toney. Remember that fight?
No.
So do you know who James Toney is?
Yes.
Yeah, like old school boxer.
Oh, the boxer guy he fought. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
But he came in at fucking like, he was at least 87 years old.
Yeah.
Fucking Randy Couture was like, yeah.
Also,
you know what? I'll welcome you into the MMA. But yeah, just fucking took him down with a low single.
Yeah,
I think he submitted him. He said that he wanted to give him the full MMA experience. so he
that I think like clearly that would be
then,
John's plan, obviously. But we don't know how much work Francis has been putting into his takedown defense. We don't know. That dude has the physical gifts to be good at that. You know what I mean? Physically, he could become great at takedown defense.
Yeah.
If he worked really hard, got good coaching, he could do that. If fucking what's his name, Khalil Roundtree Jr. can disappear for 6 months in Thailand and come back with a completely different fighting style that he's amazing at. Anyone can learn anything.
Yeah, fucking send Francis to Iowa, train with fucking Pat Miletich.
Sure.
Or like to Pennsylvania.
Go train with Jordan Burroughs or something.
Go train with fucking Cale Sanderson.
Yeah. You see Ben Askren's going to have a grappling competition with Jordan Burroughs. They're going to put it on the internet.
Oh, nice.
And raise money for charity or something.
Nice.
Yeah, man. DC will eventually move up to heavyweight.
I hope that Ben doesn't become Colby Covington. I don't want him to be that. Because I know who Ben Askren is, and I know
But Ben has the thing that Connor has that you talk about. He has a
little bit more humor.
He has the flair to it that Colby is just mean for mean's sake. He's like how Chael Sonnen was in the build up to the Anderson Silva fight.
Yeah, but Chael was so funny, dude.
Yeah, but he was overly mean. He said really disgusting stuff about Brazilians in general. He generalized Brazil to be a country where people live in mud huts.
But I think that if your point is to
obviously
to
Chael
show
Sonnen
how
is a funny person.
But if your point is to show how little thought is being put into what Covington is saying, to what Colby is saying, then I don't think that Chael.
I don't think there's not thought behind it. I think that he's found a brand that he can grab onto.
I think that there's
and that a certain
I think that there's
sect
thought,
of-
but I think it's a fucking
and
modicum
a
of thought.
certain
dude. I don't
sect
think
of people are going to attach to.
I think that it's a modicum of thought, and I don't think that there's any fucking. I don't think that it's anything to be applauded. To me, it's like I don't know, like there's all that's like saying like there's also a thought to a kid throwing a tantrum so that he could have more attention.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think that Colby Covington saw a hole in this. He saw the political landscape of America, and he was like, well, no one is doing this side of the thing in this sport, so I'll just be that guy, and all these dudes will love me for it. And it's true. Like, people attach to that. If you are like a Trumpo, you love Colby Covington because he wears "Make America Great" hat and stuff like that. Like,
not all Colby Covington fans are racist, but all racists
are Colby Covington fans. I don't even know that much about him. Like, I know he's a wrestler. Mm-hmm. He kind of came out of nowhere. Anyway, you got any more
UFC talk?
Yeah, I don't. We're just trying to fill time here.
Mm-hmm.
UFC basketball. Tiger won the Masters. That was super dope. I don't know if you saw any of the parallel pictures from when he won his first Masters to this one.
Yeah, how old he looks.
No, dude. The first one was the picture of him hugging his dad afterwards.
Yeah.
And he had like a really well documented like weird relationship with his father. His father pushed him very hard. And then after this one, he like hugged his son, and it was like a really really
cool.
nice moment.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
We talked about this in my speech class a little bit about the idea of we're going over like persuasion, persuasive speeches, and how I think it was Socrates that like said that there's, I mean, ethos, pathos, and logos.
Fuck
right?
boys like Socrates. What?
But like we were talking about ethos and the merit of people's character and like how it could change. Like, and he specifically brought up sports because like he was like the crazy thing about sports is that like even when you go through something awful, if you start winning again, it kind of makes everyone forget.
Yep.
And he brought up Kobe, and then he brought up Tiger.
Okay. Muhammad Ali's a huge example of that. Muhammad Ali was a villain. People hated him. And then 4 years later, he became a hero.
Well, like, are you talking about like the villainous nature that was created from like him like draft dodging and shit like that? I feel like that's a little bit different. Because I think that like
I'm just talking about it from a narrative sense.
Well,
generally speaking, from a narrative sense.
But I also think that like his stance as like a civil rights, I think it's closer to like Kaepernick than I think than anything.
No, that's
like
probably
Tiger.
the best modern example. Except Colin Kaepernick will probably never get the opportunity to come back.
Well, and he also like the magnitude of success within their sports, like it's nothing compared to Muhammad Ali.
True. I mean, Kaepernick went to a Super Bowl, but
you went to a Super Bowl.
You know,
but
he never won it.
He
never won MVP. Yeah, exactly. But it's not like Kaepernick was some scrub.
But I think that they both, after a couple decades, are going to be looked back as like like these are people that incited change and were good for civil rights.
Yeah.
I think that they both are going to be
sure,
looked at that.
Absolutely.
Where like as in their time, it was much more divisive. But as time goes on, it's going to be a lot more beneficial for their narratives. But yeah, the Tiger one's kind of crazy. The fact that he was able to win a Masters after this amount of time. Fucking how many back surgeries has he had?
4.
It's nuts.
It's 4. It might be 7.
Right.
There's for some reason 7 is in my head. A lot. Because here's the weird thing. You're talking about Tiger. I don't think Tiger was ever a villain. Tiger was like, he was up on a pedestal. He was like a hero. He was, not only was he the best golfer in the world, but he was like the most feared athlete in his sport in the world too. Like other golfers were like afraid of playing with Tiger Woods. He would just destroy you. And on top of that, he was like the only black dude in golf, and he was the best at it. So he was also this, maybe not even like, he maybe not like didn't even fully embrace it, but he was like this symbol, you know? Although I have seen a really interesting video of him like as a kid, and they were like, what tournament do you want to win the most? And he was like, I want to win the Masters because, what was the line? I can't remember. It was basically something about how a black person had never won it, and they hadn't allowed black members until like really much later and stuff. Right. So he was like, he wanted to like prove them that like, you know, his people could be great.
He's mixed, right?
He's half Asian.
His dad is black.
Yeah, his dad's black, and his mom's
is like
some kind of Asian.
She like Thai?
Something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, so like his like sports persona and his like celebrity persona are different. Like he had a huge physical ailing falling down physically in his sport, where he had all the back problems and shoulder problems and like just so many different issues physically that he just couldn't get back to being the type of golfer he was. And because of all the stuff he went through, he then became addicted to painkillers. And that was sort of what started him down this crazy path of his physical downfall, where he got caught cheating on his wife, and he was apparently like a sex addict. And he then was later found on the side of a road in a crashed car, just completely hopped up on pills, didn't know where he was. He thought he was in California. He was in Florida. He just went through this really tragic downfall as a person. And it's weird, like, the overcoming of those things are different, but sort of publicly viewed as the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're saying they're publicly viewed as the same, like the
his casual
physical
person
trials
who views Tiger Woods as a celebrity kind of sees him winning the Masters as overcoming
both of them,
everything he's ever had to go through. That isn't necessarily true.
No, but like
I think he's been sort of in terms of his personal life, he's been in a much better place for like 2 years, 3 years even,
right,
where he sort of got himself clean. Started finding more healthy ways to, you know, take care of his body, and sort of trying to have the best version of a personal life as he could figure out. You know, he has a relationship with his children, and you know his mom was there. He's obviously, you know, he's divorced from his wife now, and he dated a skier. What was her name? Lindsey Vonn. Yeah, she's another one whose body is just fucked up. Jesus,
knee surgery.
Fuck being a skier, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Rip your knees. Dude.
Yeah.
Like it, yeah, that's true. But like, I feel like I think this is one of the reasons why this happens with sports so much is because sports are such like physical manifestations of success. You know, like and I think that's why.
Well, it's easy to see the success, right?
Right.
When you hold up the trophy.
Yeah, you're holding
put
up
on
a
the
trophy,
jacket.
like you're conquering over something. You know, like it's just a direct representation.
Yeah. Whereas
of struggle.
if you find success in a struggle against pharmaceutical medication or fighting
Or
against
depression.
alcoholism or depression, there's no physical representation of what that looks like,
right?
really.
And it's not as immediate
Yeah.
and as visually gratifying.
Well, and I think it goes on forever.
Yeah.
It's always something that you are, you know, fighting.
Yeah, but there's a lot of like, but I think that idea of sports, and I think that's one of the reasons why it makes sports so compelling, is because it's so you can project your own struggles onto.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, like obviously, like the most compelling thing for me right now in sports is the journey of Markelle Fultz, because I'm projecting my own ideas of what he's going through.
Yeah, you don't even know what he's
I'm
going through. You just are correlating it to your own experience.
Exactly. Yeah, but like I also think that like it's easy, even so, like you brought up how like, oh, he's probably already over, you know, the character stuff, like the off.
I don't want to say over it, but it's like he has put it.
He's
like
been in a better
behind him.
place.
Yeah, he's been in a better place.
Yeah, and he, but like there's a lot of times when that It's almost like those physical manifestations start to become the narrative more than anything. You know, like they, as time goes by, that becomes the truth, even though it's not really true. I would say like a good example of it is the Heath Ledger. So like in the opposite sense, and then I'll bring up my own personal example as well. But like the
idea that Heath Ledger died, committed suicide because of playing the Joker.
Yeah. That it's not actually true, but it's a narrative that people like.
And never say that to Michael J. White because he'll get mad at you.
Exactly. But I would like another one in my personal life, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's really easy for me. It's much easier for me to tell the story of my life, like with my, being admitted into a mental hospital as being my rock bottom. But the thing was, like, it wasn't. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's like a physical manifestation of rock bottom. It's like the thing that like people like are like, oh well, he had to spend 8 days here. Like obviously, this is the lowest point for him. But it wasn't true. Like I was actually in a really good place. The reason that like I even got to the mental hospital was because I was in a really good place and I was being honest with the people above me.
Yeah.
And fucking that led to me putting work into myself. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know. I was just it made me think of that. Like the inverse idea of that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, that's like that's why sports movies are so beloved, because you can parallel that physical representation of overcoming something with watching the storyline.
And it happens in a majority of good sports movies, like Glory Road, Remember the Titans. Both are paralleling sports with racism.
Yep. Love Glory Road.
Do you like Glory Road more than Remember the Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I love Glory Road, dude. I love
Is that
Glory
your favorite
Road.
Sports movie?
Probably. It's up there.
Really?
It's up there.
It's been.
I love the characters, man. The characters are fun. Bobby Lou.
I think I might have seen it twice.
I love that
Definitely
movie.
once. I've seen it once.
I could go through you, over you, under you, around you, spin you like a top, kick your dog, steal your girl, eat your lunch, get past you.
Is that when he's talking to Lucas Hedges and then Lucas Hedges?
You mean Derek Luke?
Huh?
Derek Luke is Hedges
talking
to the coach.
Yeah.
That's a different character talking to him. That's Neville Shedd, I'm pretty sure. Oh. Real name Neville Shedd. I don't know the actor's name. And the coach is like trying to recruit him at like a YMCA or something. And he's like, get past me. And the guy's like, get past you. And then...
he's saying it to Lucas Hedges.
He says it to the coach, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, and then he can't get past him because the coach D's him up.
Yeah,
and he's like, you're fouling me. And he's like, my 3-year-old calls it a love tap.
Yeah.
And then he teaches him a rocker step.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I know what a rocker step is. And John Voight shows up later, and he's all mean.
Glory Road.
Love that movie. Yeah.
I like Remember the Titans. What do you think of when you first think of like Remember the Titans? What is the first image?
I don't know Remember the Titans super well.
Really?
I think of Ryan Gosling being a liability.
that's
what I think of. Yeah.
That's the most
Ryan Gosling is a liability.
I think of he took him to the field where the battle of Gettysburg.
Denzel's Remember the Titans, right?
Yeah, dude. So what is wrong with you? Really? Of course it's Denzel. Who else would it be?
I don't know.
Jake Gyllenhaal?
I'd watch that. I'd watch a movie where Jake Gyllenhaal plays a football coach.
I don't think that would really translate as good.
Not Remember the Titans specifically. I'm just saying I'd watch a movie where Jake Gyllenhaal plays a coach.
Right.
Because I'd watch a movie with anything Jake Gyllenhaal does.
But he's like an alcoholic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see that.
Okay.
Fucking Miles Teller plays point guard.
Miles Teller's a point guard.
Yeah.
Miles Teller's kind of tall.
Mm-hmm.
He can pull it off.
Yeah. Interesting.
Speaking of Miles Teller, you want to talk about some of these little things that came out?
Yeah.
So there wasn't a lot of movie news this week or anything, but there's a couple trailers for a couple Amazon shows that are coming out. One of them was called Too Old to Die Young, starring Miles Teller. This is being created by and directed by Nicholas Winding. What? Refn. Nicholas Winding Refn. There we go. The director of Drive and writer-director of Only God Forgives. Probably things he's most known for.
Mm-hmm.
I love Drive. I've never seen Only God Forgives. I've heard I would not like it.
I don't think you would.
Yeah. Refn makes very bleak stuff. Like, it's beautiful. His composition of shots and imagery is beautiful, and he puts dope synth soundtracks in his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like tonally, it's like bleak.
I would say
And
like
very like the lead character is often like emotionless.
right. I would say like going beyond bleak, like he makes art house films. Like those are the types
Explain
of movies.
what an art house.
So
film is.
an art house film is basically a movie that is sort of like it subverts like a mainstream kind of feel, a mainstream tone that like it's like very like an anti-Marvel movie. I would say, but it's usually the kind of aspects to these kind of films are like hyper violence, a lot of sexuality. They're usually visually very captivating. But they occupy a lot of just aspects that you don't see in a lot of mainstream films.
Drive didn't have any hypersexuality in it, did it? Off the top of my head, I can't remember.
No,
don't think it
it doesn't
did.
have to.
Oh, okay.
But it obviously has hyper violence.
Yeah, super violent. Super violent.
And it's obviously fucking visually fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
I would. So I want to talk about that first with this trailer for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Did you? I wasn't like the cinematography looks good. Like it's good. It's like fine to good. Like there's a couple of shots where I was like, oh, that's cool. Like the Red Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember that, but like Drive and Only God Forgives are like next level.
Yeah.
So I think it might be maybe it's just cheaper. Like maybe.
Maybe he's working different
because it's
cinematographer. I don't know.
Different cinematographer. The fact that it's a TV series, like they, I don't know. It's more difficult to get cinematography like that.
It's also more content. 10 episodes of something.
Yeah.
And I mean, we don't know the final product. It might be beautiful.
What are they? When are they? What are they releasing it on?
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yep. Interestingly, you said anti-Marvel movie. You see who the co-creator is? Ed Brubaker. He wrote Captain America: Civil War.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. How weird is that?
Interesting.
I'm sorry, Winter Soldier, not Civil War. He wrote Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Or was one of the writers on Winter Soldier.
So, what was your opinions of Drive? And
I love Drive.
Are you? Oh, really?
Yeah, I love Drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you like Drive?
Because it's dope. I think when I saw Drive, I had never really seen anything like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch art house stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like I think the thing that I really like about it is while it has those features of like art house, like especially like the hyper violence thing, and it's beautiful, and the soundtrack is super dope. There's this through line of Ryan Gosling's character where it's just like so pure. You know what I mean? He's just wants to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that. Plus, he wears a super dope jacket.
He kind of has like a Russ Cole kind of thing to him, where like he has like a moral ground, but like it can manifest itself in kind of fucked up.
Plus,
ways.
dude, that was Oscar Isaac before anyone knew who he was.
Yeah, dude. The fucking the first time I saw Oscar Isaac in a movie?
Nope.
A movie called Sucker Punch.
Oh yeah, he is in Sucker Punch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't see Sucker Punch until way later.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I saw it in the movie theater, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot why. I think I just like saw like Nazi zombies or whatever that's in it, and fucking like there's a bunch of crazy shit in that movie. But
It's a wild movie.
samurais, it's a bunch of like just amalgam of things.
I remember Jacob loving that movie in high school.
Yeah,
Just being like, everyone go see this, and then nobody went and saw it.
yeah, and it's also from the greatest director of all time,
Who?
Zack Snyder.
That's a Zack Snyder movie?
That's Zack Snyder.
I'm not surprised now that I think about it. Like visually,
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense. Interesting. So like,
So are you excited for this?
I want to see it for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, like, excited in terms of relative to what?
Well, like,
I'm way more excited for like The Mandalorian.
like, would you ever watch Only God Forgives?
Yeah, I'd watch it.
You'd watch it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would watch it for sure. I think Refn is a genius, like at what he does in a way. He's the type of person where he's the type of creator where I want to see the things he makes. It's just he has a where it's him. You know what I mean?
I think that you would have like a True Detective 2 kind of response to it.
Ooh, rough.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
I think you might respect it.
Dude, I wanted to see that movie. It's super bad after the trailer came out for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the end of that trailer, he just goes, "Want to fight?" I was like, dude, I want to see this fucking
visually
movie.
beautiful,
Yeah.
and especially that scene, the scene with fucking Ryan Gosling. Just gets the fuck beat out of him.
Yeah.
Just gets the fuck beat out of him. Dude. It's so interesting, but yeah, it's not. It's not as like it's even more arty and more and less conventional than even Drive is. But yeah, I like Drive more.
I would love to rewatch Drive. I haven't watched it in forever.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much everyone that I've talked to that's seen them both likes Drive more.
Right.
I don't think I've met anyone that likes Only God Forgives more than Drive.
There's a lot of people that don't like Drive. It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah. It's it's that. I feel like just a lot of people just wouldn't like anything that could be described as art house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's sort of something where a generic moviegoer wouldn't like that kind of movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll watch this show. Did you get any True Detective vibes from it?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's what I've thought of True Detective.
Absolutely.
I think part of it is because Miles Teller's playing a cop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's weird is I saw that this was the thing. Miles Teller tweeted out the trailer, I think, or something like that. And in my head, I was like, Miles Teller in a Refn project. That's interesting because in my mind, I was like, it's not that Ryan Gosling isn't hyper charismatic. He is, obviously. But he has this side of him where he can access that sort of like blankness.
Mm-hmm.
Miles Teller is so like infatuating as a person. He's so charismatic that in my head I was like, can Refn like tone him down to fit that sort of idea of what his leads are?
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like he does in the trailer. But like, how can you contain Miles Teller for 10 episodes? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How can you stop him from being charming for 10 episodes? I don't know if you can.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting, especially John Hawkes. I don't know if you're a big John Hawkes fan.
I don't know much about him.
I mean, he's been so like he's one of these guys that was a huge character actor for a majority of his career to start out with, and then he kind of like just he pivoted and started doing a lot more like sort of menacing roles. Okay. So like he was you've seen Hardball or no?
No.
The Keanu Reeves baseball movie with young Michael B. Jordan?
Oh yeah, where he's the coach.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So John Hawkes is in that movie. He plays he's in Hardball and he plays that's like an example of him doing that character actor. He's like kind of like a sleazy like the reason that Keanu Reeves has to coach this team is because like fucking he owes John Hawkes money or something like that.
Okay, gotcha. Isn't he like a gambler or something? I don't remember. Yeah,
Keanu Reeves is like a gambler. But and John Hawkes like would normally play like that sort of like high pitched kind of squeezy like sleazy kind of like kind of rat face guy, you know. But then like around the time of like Marcy May Marlene, that era, like there was like 2 movies like in that same year about where he just like kind of pivoted and started playing more menacing characters. Okay. Really like, and he did more, like he switched up his voice more with his performances. Like he started portraying like more deeper, like he had this deeper register than I'd ever seen him. It was like really interesting how like he just completely changed the types of characters that he was portraying.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge fan of his. I think Winter's Bone was another one.
With Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
her first Oscar nom?
Yeah, when she was like 16 or whatever the fuck.
Was she that young?
Yo, she was young as fuck.
I know she was young. I didn't know she was that young.
She was young.
I mean, she's still young. She's like in her mid-20s.
Yeah, fucking. I'm a big John Hawkes fan.
Okay. There you go.
So it's interesting to see those 3 kind of come together for a single project. Did you see any of Billy Baldwin in that trailer?
He's listed on IMDb as one of the...
He's the top billed character on the IMDb.
Yeah,
I think it might be...
I don't think it's in order right. Sometimes that happens when shows aren't out yet or when movies aren't. It's just
Apparently,
like,
he's in 10 episodes though.
yeah, but like
In
his
all.
character's name isn't even there.
Strange.
They don't even know like who he's playing. But yeah, sometimes when things aren't out yet, they're in a weird order on the casting list and stuff.
Yeah, but I found out Weird. That was the first thing I saw on IMDb. Yeah, I'm still excited though. It's interesting. I'll wait until.
Should be cool. I think Amazon has some like. They make some interesting choices for their shows. Like Homecoming was an interesting show.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. They have some cool shows that they decide to make.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not like pining to see it. You know, like
yeah,
I'm not,
it's
I'm not,
just
like,
when it comes out, that'll be on the list of things to watch.
When it comes out, I'm gonna let people watch it and then be like, and then get a good feel for it.
Yeah, because if
it's
it's more Only God Forgives Than Drive, maybe not watch it. For me.
Winding Refn also made Neon Demon, right?
Yes.
I haven't seen that
With
either.
Elle Fanning, right? Yeah.
Dog, I saw her on a fucking episode of House.
How young
recently.
was she? Was she like
So
2 years
young.
old?
So fucking young, dude. She was like,
Elle Fanning's talented.
yeah,
She's a good actress. She also picks weird projects. She was just in like a weird I don't even know how to explain it. It was like aliens in like a British music scene movie.
okay.
It was wild looking. Yeah, I wanted to see it, but I don't know where to find it. All right, the other Amazon show that you just watched a trailer for is called The Boys. I don't know why I said it like that.
I wish they spelt it with an I.
The Boys. The Boys. The Boys, created by Seth Rogen and his squad.
Oh, really? I didn't even pick that up.
It
was
literally
something-
said from the guys who made Sausage Party and Preacher
I
in
saw
the trailer.
I saw Sausage Party and Preacher didn't make
Didn't
connection with
register
Seth
in your
Rogen.
head what it was?
Nope.
This is one of the several things that dude, Seth Rogen works, man. That guy is constantly making stuff. But I think it might be like his production company more than just him specifically in everything.
Yeah.
But he has like his hands on all these projects.
Uh-huh.
What do you think about the trailer?
It reminded me of Hancock. Did you get that?
No, I
at
didn't
all?
think about Hancock
No?
at all. No.
I think
It made me think of like Watchmen, but like
it reminded me of that, but it obviously doesn't have the serious tones. of
it's like
Watchmen.
goofier Watchmen.
Yeah, if I don't know, if like it's like I don't know, like teenage Watchmen. You know what I mean? Like a millennial goofy version of Watchmen. You know, like where everybody kind of sucks.
Yeah, they're all assholes.
Yeah.
All the superheroes are assholes.
Yeah.
That's the point of the show.
Yeah.
Is what it seems
It's
like.
more. It's like it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but they're superheroes.
I'm into the pitch. If you came up to me and you're like, "Hey, how would you feel about watching a show where Carl Urban punishes assholes for being assholes, and the assholes are superheroes?" I'd be like, "That sounds interesting. I really like Carl Urban." But like that's another one where like I'll wait and see how the reception to the show is before I watch it.
What's your favorite Carl Urban project?
I like him in Star Trek. Really like Dredd.
Dredd stuff.
He's great as Judge Dredd.
That's my boy, Alex Garland. He wrote that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always forget that.
I think it was
It's a
directed.
good movie, dude.
Was it directed by Danny Boyle or something?
Somebody like that. Good movie. Should have got a sequel.
No, fucking 28 Days Later was directed by Danny Boyle.
I'll
I might
find
be
out.
wrong.
He's really, dude, like props to Carl Urban for that movie. I don't know if he ever takes the helmet off. I don't think he does. Directed
He's also
by
in Chronicles of Riddick, right?
Pete Travis.
That's who directed
Carl
it?
Urban is also great in Thor Ragnarok.
True.
Yep.
Word.
He's in Lord of the Rings too, dog. What are you talking about? Where do I know Carl Urban from?
Well, I said, what is your favorite Carl Urban project?
No, I don't know what my favorite is. I just named a bunch of them.
Dredd's probably my favorite. I fucking love Dredd.
Yeah, Dredd was a great.
fucking
Dredd's great,
sick.
dude. Dredd should have got a sequel, but for budgetary, it didn't do great in theater performance, and for budgetary reasons, it didn't. But Carl Urban is a great Judge Dredd, and that's a really good fucking movie.
I always kind of like. I like it when movies like that sort of get more of a cult following because of that. You know what I mean? Like people are like, "Yo, like."
You mean like The Wizard of Oz?
What?
The Wizard of Oz bombed when it came out.
Did
People
it?
hated it. That's a famous thing. Yeah, people fucking hated The Wizard of Oz when it came out.
That's kind of surprising.
Right? It's wild.
It was like
Now
the first
it's
movie to use Technicolor, right?
It's one of them, yeah.
It should be like a fucking landmark in.
I mean, it is now.
Yeah, well,
It's now considered
But
that.
I mean, like people should recognize the fucking history before. No, whatever.
I don't know, man. Like, what was the first 3D movie?
The first 3D movie?
I don't know. Something in the 80s or something?
I think there's a big difference between the first 3D movie and the first movie that has. I mean, I guess Technicolor. is kind
No,
of
dude.
overrated.
It's the next step in
technology.
technology, yeah.
Yeah.
When's going to be the first VR movie? That's what I want to know. That'll be dope. Is a VR movie going to be like when Harry Potter goes in the Pensieve and that's how you experience it?
He can't like interact with anybody.
Exactly.
There, right?
He just watches the memories of the memory of the person, but he can get like a whole perspective of everything. Like you're not from the person's eyes. He's there.
I remember, like, I'm not sure if this is in production or anything, but I remember a while ago, like a few years ago, when like a lot of people were experiencing with VR, they were somebody pitched a VR show, and I think that like David Fincher was supposed to be attached to it. But the idea of the show, you were supposed to be like an invisible person, like you had a superpower to go invisible, and I was like, that is the best way to fucking incorporate VR, because like you're not like, if you're like just witnessing things. You know what I mean? Like with changes in technology, you sort of have to, like, especially stuff like that. Like you have to be able to figure out how each narrative, like what narratives are going to be best within that medium, right? And I feel like an invisible fucking man show where you're the invisible man.
So you're making decisions. You're doing things.
No, you're just watching. That would be like more like
choose your own
video games and
adventure.
shit. Yeah. Which I don't know. I feel like that's what eventually gonna.
Eventually VR video games are gonna be the shit.
Oh, I think that
Ready Player One, baby.
Well, yeah, I think movies, TV shows, video games are all just gonna. Right.
Going straight to your brain.
Hack into the fucking Matrix.
Yeah, dog.
Right. But we're not gonna have a fucking stupid ass. That's gonna be like the first thing that happens. You know. People
Yeah.
are gonna be like, you have to plug in
get
somehow.
No, I won't. I'll skip that part. I'll skip the
like,
implant
just
and wait for the chip.
I'll wait for the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And then you just like link up so that you're just laying in the recliner, and then boom, you're fucking out catching Pokemon.
Oh my god! Don't say that to me.
Yeah.
Don't do that to me, dog.
Would you? Dude, I think it might be the downfall of mankind.
I would not go into the real world anymore. I'd just be a permanent Pokemon trainer.
Right.
That's what I would do.
Right.
I'd live my life as a Pokemon trainer.
Dude, you're going to end up becoming a battery.
I don't know
The Matrix is so fucking...
I don't know how I'm going to get sustenance. But...
No, what they're going to do, the robots are going to put you in a fucking a jelly-filled sack, like an embryo.
Yeah.
And that's how you gain sustenance.
And I can just go live in the Pokemon world. I'm down. Let's do it. I'm down.
Yeah.
Can I come out like
a battery?
Can I come out like once every 3 months?
Just come out into the jelly-filled sack?
No, like to see my family.
No,
and shit.
then you break it. You can once you take the red pill, dog.
No. You're doing strictly Matrix. I'm talking about the future. Future isn't going to exactly be the Matrix.
You don't know that.
That's true. I don't know that for sure. It's possible, but hopefully it's not. I'm just saying. Theoretically, if I could spend 3 months being a Pokemon trainer, I would. It'd be dope. If I could make money doing it somehow. I mean, making money in the Pokemon world is fucking easy. You just beat people, and they have to give you half their money.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's going to be... So, like, Pokemon...
Is it real money? Is it real money?
No, but you have to think about how, like, would it... mimic real life, or would it mimic like just a video game? Because like a video game is designed for you to beat it.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Whereas real life, like it's going to be more like
you have to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Being a Pokemon trainer is going to be as difficult as like
being an athlete.
Yeah, being an athlete, or
I think I'd
being a chess master.
I think I'd be a way better Pokemon trainer than athlete.
I think that's like.
I think I would also be a way better Pokemon trainer than chess master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, well, yeah, because the difference between being a Pokemon trainer and chess master is like your pieces have feelings and you have to be able to bond with them.
Yeah, man.
And you can't, because if you just
I've got I also have solid knowledge.
Because
I know way more about Pokemon than chess.
True. But like there's a a benefit to bonding with your pieces. And if you
Yeah.
just see them as pieces, then you get
You'll
like
never
a
get
Boston
you'll
Celtics
never
Danny
get
Ainge situation.
You'll never get the best out of them.
You get a Boston Celtics Danny Ainge situation, and sometimes
That's some shots fired, right?
and
there,
sometimes the pieces are going to be a little bit unhappy.
Yeah.
They might not meld well.
Mm-hmm.
They might not be appreciative
Yeah.
of the environment. Not that they should. But that's how they might react to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I like using a lot of lateral metaphors here. I've had at least like 5 or 6.
You're killing it. You're killing it. Yo. So I mentioned The Mandalorian earlier. You know what that is, right? We've talked about it. The Pedro Pascal Star Wars show that's going to be on Disney Plus from day one. Mm-hmm. Yo, I just saw they're apparently going to do the...
Welcome to Tatooine.
Yo, that's pretty good. I like that.
You cannot use a short saber in close quarters.
All right. I mean, okay. Yeah, apparently they're doing the release schedule weekly, which kind of bums me out. I want to be able to just watch all of something.
Just wait until it all comes out.
Yeah, but like...
It's lame.
Why have it available day one if I can't watch it all day one?
Yeah. It's weird how people are like the format of like trying to compete with Netflix, but also not keeping all of.
Well, here's the debate, right?
Best
if you want a show to be culturally significant, the debate is Game of Thrones, the most culturally driven show. Like people, I have some numbers on Game of Thrones we're going to talk about. Comes out weekly, right? It's an event every week when Game of Thrones comes out,
right?
And you can't do that if it's just available to binge. It won't happen. Now, like Stranger Things has it, I would argue, in the reverse of that, but it's all of Stranger Things comes out and then it's talked about for like a week and it kind of fades away. Whereas Game of Thrones is episode, everyone talks about it all week. Episode, everyone talks about it all week for 6 to 8 weeks, however many episodes they're doing.
Sure.
10 weeks, whatever. That's sort of the debate in how to influence culture with your show through these streaming platforms. Like it's like the next sort of thing to figure out.
There's definitely like pros and cons to both.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that like especially for smaller shows, because obviously Game of Thrones is the biggest
show. Yeah.
In the world right now. But like Stranger Things had like it kind of had that I don't know. Cult is almost like it's too
popular to be a cult following.
Exactly. Like it's too much of like a subsect. Like cult is like more like, Donnie Darko has more of a cult following.
Cult,
a
cult following is like a small, very passionate.
It's more broad than that because it like it's definitely better for those smaller shows.
To be able to binge?
I would say.
I would say most shows, it's better to just be able to binge them.
Uh-huh.
But if you're trying to make a cultural impact and go above and beyond just having a show people like, you want to be like part of the fabric of discussion, then you could make the argument that going week to week is better.
It's definitely better for the bigger shows, the ones that are more popular and the ones that that people are going to watch. But yeah. I don't think that it would help. Like say if you were watching a smaller show, like something that's not Game of Thrones, something that's not as popular.
Sex Education on Netflix.
Sex Education, right? If that
good
show is like released weekly, you might watch the first episode and be like, this is pretty good.
Like it,
and then
kind of forget later.
You forget, your interest wanes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely that happens.
And then,
whereas when I because I could binge it, I watched it all in 2 days.
And next thing you know, fucking 2 Tuesdays pass by, and you're like, "Oh shit, I kind of forgot about that."
And then like if too many episodes build up, you just go, "Oh, screw it, I'll wait until I've got time to watch it all." Mm-hmm. That happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Mandalorian news I wanted to share with you was not the release schedule, but the fact that someone is in it that is unexpected.
It's pretty weird, right? It's kind of strange.
Yeah. Do you know?
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr is in The Mandalorian. How weird is that?
Strange, right?
How weird is that? Apparently there's a trailer out, but it's leaked, so I haven't watched it. Uh-huh. It's like filmed from the Disney thing they did last week. It's like the phone filmed it. So I haven't watched it because I don't want to do that. I want to see it, the way they want it presented. But apparently Bill Burr's in that trailer and he's got like blasters and shit. And I was like, that's the weirdest thing, dude. Bill Burr's in a Star Wars show.
Look at these guys in the fucking lightsabers.
Bill Burr's in a Star Wars show.
Yeah, it's definitely weird.
And it's
I'm
extra funny because like apparently Bill Burr's like talked mad shit about Star Wars fans before, which makes sense. I can completely see Bill Burr doing that. But like now he's part of it.
I did it for money. Like it's that's what you think that's definitely going to be in his stand-up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he'll talk
paid.
about
That's
it.
it.
Yeah. But like he also might be really good at it.
Well, I don't think that they would bring in someone like Bill Burr like without like
knowing who he is.
Yeah, knowing who they are.
It's like, Disney, of course they wouldn't.
Uh-huh. So like I don't think that he's they're not going to put him in like some kind of like I don't know fucking. I don't think they're going to make him an alien. I don't think they're going to do anything.
It's just him. Mm-hmm. Like he's in the trailer apparently. He's a human.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just got like some blasters on him. He's probably like some bounty hunter or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just such a weird. Who would have guessed that was coming?
It's very strange. When I saw it, I was like,
I'm into it.
What?
I'm into it. It's just weird. Carl Weathers in that show.
Are you going to wait for Disney? Are you going to get Disney?
Hell yeah. I'm going to get Disney Plus day one.
Oh, really?
I talked about it last week. There's so much stuff. I can finally watch Aladdin.
You've never seen it once?
I've seen it when I was a kid. I've been wanting to rewatch it for like months now, but it isn't available anywhere. You have to go buy it. Mm-hmm. I don't want to buy it. And who illegally streams things? That would be wrong.
That would be awful.
I'm not going to lie. When I was doing my Marvel rewatch, which I only have 3 movies left, I tried watching Iron Man in an unscrupulous way, the very first movie. And in the first 10 minutes, I was like, I can't deal with this. I just rented it. It's just, that guaranteed quality is too good. Mm-hmm. Too good. Although, come on, Amazon, $3.99 to rent a movie? It's too much. What are they doing?
$1 should be
$1.99 at the most.
Yeah,
99 cents to $1.99. Like that, you're renting a movie. I'm watching the movie, and that's it. And then that's it. Why is it $4? That's way too much.
I wonder if there's like any kind of system of renting movies that like subverts that. Like they can control. They can like Michael Scott Paper Company it.
Whoa! Get the low prices. Yeah. I think it's called like Netflix.
Well, I mean,
like actually not having to rent them.
Obviously, like Netflix, like you have you get the most bang for your buck there. But like I'm talking about specifically renting movies. Like, is there any kind of?
I think Redbox is cheaper.
Or is it mandated?
Redbox is like $2, I think.
Was it mandated by the production companies? Like for the.
No. Like I think renting things on Redbox is cheaper, but you have to do a disc. Mm-hmm. You can't just sit on your couch, turn on your PlayStation, and go rent the movie.
Word.
Yeah. So I told you I had Game of Thrones numbers, and we're talking about illegal streaming. Did you see the amount of viewers in one day that watched the premiere on HBO?
No.
17.4 million people on HBO in one day.
Uh-huh.
How many do you think pirated it in one day?
At least double.
Double would be 34.8 million.
Yeah.
55 million people pirated Game of Thrones in one day.
Oh my!
How wild is that
God.
shit? Because you have to think it's global, right?
Right.
So you have to realize that in other countries, a lot of times Game of Thrones is censored in different ways in different countries. So like in China, it's censored unlike HBO. There's either scenes deleted or things fuzzed out or whatever.
Probably the same thing with like the Arabian Gulf. like the UAE and stuff like that, because porn's illegal.
Okay. Or yeah, exactly. Or like what is it, Japanese porn where they fuzz out dicks?
Yep.
Yeah. Weird shit. So like those people that are like, no, I want to watch real Game of Thrones. They have to
give
pirate
me
it.
that.
They
dick.
can't get the real Game of Thrones. Give me the man butts. Give me the boobies. Give me the dicks. Give me the violence, the gore. Give me all of it.
There's like not 3 boobs, but 3.
There were 6 boobs. Yeah, there was that one scene that a lot of the so we're not going to spoil the first episode of Game of Thrones, but a lot of the things in the first episode of this final season paralleled a lot of things in the very first episode of Game of Thrones, which I thought was really cool. It's very cool parallels going on. But yeah, 55 million pirated.
That's a crazy amount, dude.
That's nuts, dude. That's so many people.
That's a whole lot.
That's a successful show right there. Game of Thrones! Game of Thrones! Game of Thrones! Yo, I'm so hyped for tonight. Watch that new episode.
Oh, fuck, dude. Today's Sunday.
Yeah, man. You're all hyped up on Magic. You don't even know what day it is.
Yo, dude, it's fucking...
I am willing to wait until the end of the Magic game to watch it.
Did you tell people Happy Easter?
No.
Happy Easter, people.
He is risen.
Welcome, Jesus.
Welcome back
to our lives.
Welcome back, Jesus.
I can be a preacher.
Yeah,
Dog.
that's exactly how it goes right there.
Fucking Jonathan Isaac's about to drop 40 points.
Yo,
Bet.
yeah, dude. He's
Bet.
about to go off.
Bet.
No, what if he doesn't show up?
Huh?
What if he's like, I can't work on Easter. I have to. What do you mean work on Easter?
Right.
That'd be crazy.
Or he fucking dunks on Kawhi and Serge Ibaka in the same time. And fucking
2 different basketballs.
And then just fucking floats through the rafters into the ozone.
I like the idea that like John Isaac is super religious, right?
Yeah.
But like tons of athletes at least portray that they are. But for some reason the bit with Jonathan Isaac is that.
Well, he's just he's
a literal preacher.
He doesn't say that he's a preacher. He'll say like, "Oh, I'm not a preacher."
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he does like fucking like
sermons.
Yes, he does sermons and fucking like he is the Orlando Magic will occasionally do like fucking religious stuff like after their games, and he'll like host it kind of.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Happy Easter.
That's,
Sorry, I forgot.
And that's like all he posts on social media and stuff. And like I watched an interview the other day of him. I think after game 1, it was him in the locker room, and he went like 2 minutes without saying anything about Jesus, and I was like, what? I was like, what?
He didn't open with the
this an
classic,
imposter?
like, first of all, I have to give all the glory and honor to God.
Then he was, he
He did that.
literally
He said the copy and paste quote that all athletes use. Yeah.
But I have to give all glory to God.
Yep.
Yeah. He literally said that.
Yep. But yeah, sorry, I forgot. Happy Easter.
Mm-hmm.
You give me a basket?
Huh?
You give me an Easter basket?
And did I get you an Easter basket?
That's not how Easter works.
I got you candy.
I already ate that candy, dog. That candy was gone.
You can have some of them the peanut butter eggs.
Oh, okay. Not
Yeah.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
That's
man.
to me, Easter's about candy. That's Easter.
Makes sense.
But like also, just my regular life is about candy.
Right.
But you know,
Did
it's all good.
your family ever? Your family did Easter baskets, right?
God, yeah.
Right.
You want to
Your
know
mom?
the family
Probably.
tradition of Easter, dude?
Yeah.
We would get up, go to church, obviously,
Yeah.
Easter Sunday Mass, and then we would do an egg hunt / Easter basket hunt. So we would paint eggs throughout the week. Like we would paint Easter eggs, always a dope time. And then the Easter bunny would hide the eggs. Right? So it would be like, all right, there's this many eggs, so each of you have to find this many eggs. So we find them all, and then we'd go find the eggs, and there was always one egg that had money in it, and it was like $20 or something. And Blake always finds it. Blake always finds the golden egg. Anyway, I digress. I digest. The Easter bunny would also hide our Easter baskets, so we'd have to find them.
Oh, okay.
And mine would always be hiding in the hardest parts. It would take me so long to find my Easter basket. Because I was the oldest, so it had to be the hardest on me. I hated it. I just wanted my candy.
Like, I wish there was like an episode of The Office where like they did that. They hid Easter baskets, and fucking like one of them is like hidden in a tree, and then like Kevin's trying to climb it. He's all pissed off and sweaty,
yeah, but he wants that candy. Yeah. Oh God. Damn it. And like when I was really young, we had a second egg hunt. We would do an outdoors egg hunt, and there would be like the plastic eggs. We would find those.
Is Catholic Easter any different than like, I don't know,
Other
Protestant Easter?
I don't know about the details of it. Like, did Jesus rise from the dead? Check. We're good. I think that's basically covers it. I know that Greek Easter is different because Paul celebrates Easter on a different day every year. His Easter's next week. So not
Really?
his specific Greek his Easter. Greek Orthodox Easter is next week, and everyone else's Easter is this week. Paul's Easter.
Yeah, my family just did. My mom used to do baskets, but she would just put them on the living room table. Like she didn't hide anything. Like
No, we had to earn ours.
I don't remember ever doing like a actual scavenger hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have done one for like school or something one year. But I remember one year, my mom got me Pokemon Ruby.
Hell
in my
yeah,
Easter
dog!
basket, dude.
I used to get when I was like younger, we would get a movie every year in our
Right.
Easter basket. I was always like hyped up for what movie
Yeah.
I would get. Pokemon Ruby is a good one.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
was
Christmas present.
That's a great fucking Easter present.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
No Easter basket. I asked my mom to mail me one.
But an Easter basket.
I was like, "You gonna send me a basket?" She was like, "Nah." I might go buy a chocolate bunny just for to celebrate. Got to have that chocolate. The bunny. Oh, I hate the VeggieTales, dog. Come on.
No, dude.
You never watched VeggieTales?
I think I was at church, like a youth group or something. One day we watched like an episode.
You never saw
think that's
Larry
it.
Boy, dude? Larry Boy, he's a hero.
I don't know.
Yo, Larry Boy was the shit.
I don't know shit about.
We used to watch.
I watched Captain Planet.
We had Captain Planet, nice. We had my mom used to drive a van we called the Marshmallow, big white van, and we had a TV in the back, and we would either watch. This is when my sisters were like babies, so we'd have like Baby Einstein on because it was like good for learning or some shit. We'd play like classical music and show shapes, and we hated it. Me and my brothers hated it because it was so boring. We would watch The Wiggles. I can sing you some Wiggle songs if you want.
Which was lit.
Fruit salad, yummy, yummy. Yeah, I know way too many Wiggle songs. We would watch Shrek throughout if we went on a longer trip, we would watch Shrek. If we weren't going on a longer trip, if we were just driving around, we would play the end of Shrek, the karaoke end of Shrek, over and over and over and over again, and just sing along to it, and it drove my parents nuts.
Right.
We would watch Surf Ninjas, one of my favorite childhood films. Great movie. Not really, but great movie. What else would we watch in there? I don't remember. Lots of things. I don't know why I brought that up. What made me think of that?
Easter? We were talking about Easter.
Yeah, I know, but something about Easter or a movie I got or something. I don't remember.
Well, yeah, we were talking about the present that I got.
I don't remember.
The movies.
I don't remember. There was a connection, but I forgot what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. You see, we didn't talk about this last week, but I saw Shazam last week.
Oh, shit. Was it good?
It's a lot of fun. It was oozing with joy.
Oozing
with joy. Just like so much joy and happiness. Joy and happiness.
Is that another Wiggle song?
No, that's love and happiness, but I said joy instead.
Oh.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. It's fun. I liked it like if you were to tell me like a year ago, like, oh, there's a Shazam movie coming, I'd be like, oh God, great. Shazam. One of the superheroes I care the least about.
Mm-hmm.
But Zachary Levi is he's a very joyful person.
You're a big fan of his, right?
I fucking
Chuck?
love Chuck. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I love Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know a lot of his other work.
I don't know.
He was Fandral in the second Thor movie.
Right.
Which apparently he was supposed to do it in the first one, and then there was like a scheduling conflict. That's why he didn't do it in the first movie. But I don't know a lot of his other work. Well, okay, he was Finn in Tangled. He's
Never
great.
seen
He's
Tangled.
great in that.
In my head, like, because I've never seen Chuck, like, in my head, he's like poor man's John Krasinski. But,
I can see that, but he's actually very different than John Krasinski.
yeah.
Like, I mean, what are John Krasinski's most known things? Jim and A Quiet Place, and maybe Jack Ryan now. But he's like a straight everyman character usually. Zachary Levi is much like sillier than that. He's a silly dude.
Okay.
Very joyful actor. Yeah, I had a lot of. It's a fun movie.
And I also like Shazam more than you. I like it appeals to me in the same way that like Thundercats does. Like the idea of like a kid being trapped in a man's body.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it's,
See, that's kind of like how we were talking about how I don't like fantasy stories where someone from our world gets put in a fantasy world.
okay.
It's sort of the same thing. I'm not a huge fan of the kid becomes an adult thing. For what I don't know why. And I'm not like I liked Shazam the movie. It was a fun movie, but just that trope.
You ever seen Big?
Yeah, but like a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
They make a big reference in this movie. They fight on a piano on the ground.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Wait, Thundercats does that?
So, I mean, do you know the story of Thundercats?
I vaguely know Thundercats.
So the premise of,
this is like the only animated thing in the world you know more about than me.
yeah. So, really? I think
I don't know about the only
if
one,
we
but-
explored it a little more, maybe like Johnny Bravo or something.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll give you like All Boomerang and like those kinds of shows.
Right. So, the premise of Thundercats is that you have this group of humanoids from
Cat
the
people.
planet Thundera.
Yep.
That are basically evading Thundera because there was like a war going on that planet. It's kind of like Krypton.
Or
Esque.
Transformers,
Yeah,
Cybertron.
yeah, similar to that, right? But yeah, they're refugees, like trying to find another place, right? But for some reason, the main leader, I can't think of his name right now, but it's basically Lionel's father.
Okay.
Who's the leader of this entire group of humanoids, right? Someone has to basically pilot the ship while everyone else goes into.
Does
like,
he pull a
Cyprus.
Chris Hemsworth in Star Trek?
Yeah, kind of. Like
Okay.
he has to stay awake
Yeah.
so that everybody else can live, right?
Oh, okay.
But his kid, Lionel, who's the main character of the show, Thundercats.
Yep.
He's like 12 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And when they go into their cryo sleep and they get to Earth, he is no longer 12. He's like in his like late 20s. He's a man now. But he still has like a 12-year-old ideology. Like
Because he's been asleep for 10 years or whatever.
well, exactly. He's basically like you go to sleep and you wake up and you're fucking 29 years old.
But
right?
you aged. That's weird.
Yeah, but you age. But like, and not only has he aged, I mean, he's a strapping dude, and because of like the hierarchy of the Thundercats of Thundera, because like his father
Is he
was
like
the leader,
king or something?
He's basically their leader now.
Okay.
And they sort of have to. Someone like Paul would like probably like watch like the first like 10 episodes of the Thundercats and be like, yo, he's fucking applying way too much to this because it's a kid's show.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, no, like any animated kid show, there's always stuff to find in it, though.
Right. But like I remember having a conversation with Paul one time where like I was talking about Dragon Ball Z and he was like, dude, the only reason that happened was because like the fucking like you're thinking way too much about it. But I enjoy doing that. So
Yeah.
fuck it. But Thundercats, so you sort of have this dichotomy between Lion-O and the other sort of like male figures
Panthera.
like Panthro.
Damn it.
Panthro.
I knew it was something like that.
And, fuck.
Tiger-O.
I forgot.
Leopard.
No, I forgot what. The tiger guy. I forgot what the fuck is.
Oh, he's literally a tiger guy?
Yeah, he's tiger guy.
Bengal something.
God damn, what the fuck is his name? I can't think of it. Anyways, like they're both kind of competing. Like they have to follow Lion-O. But they kind of both know that they know more than Lion-O.
Okay.
You know? So it's like an interesting dynamic between a lot of the characters. And plus, Lion-O is like also consistently confronted with situations where, you know, he has to struggle and he has to prove how much of a man he is. And it's just like, it's a interesting, I love the idea when it's approached in a serious manner.
Tigra.
Yeah.
Matt Mercer voiced him in the new one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But I just really enjoy that idea when it's manifested in a serious sense, because a lot of times it's like Big is a little bit more like jokey, a little bit more lighthearted, although there is serious moments in Big. But like for the most part, like Thundercats is like it's almost like it's like a procedural, but like each episode gives you a different moral.
Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And you're talking about OG Thundercats, right?
OG Thundercats. I tried to watch the
There have
more
been
recent
2
Thundercats.
remakes of Thundercats.
Has there been 2?
I think so, yeah. There's the one with Mercer, and I think there was another one. Or they're making another one now. I don't remember.
Yeah, I've never seen the third one. There was the remake of it was actually set on Thundera, and he's Lino is still a kid throughout the entire thing.
This one?
Yes,
Yeah, this is the one with
I
Mercer
watched.
in it.
I think maybe like
This animation looks cool.
the animation is cool. I remember we watched like 4 or 5 episodes on that one, but that one seemed even more childish to me.
How about the one that's coming out? That look childish too?
Just a little bit.
Adventure Time style. Not even Adventure Time. What is it? Oh shoot. I can't remember.
Gumball.
Yeah, like Gumball, like that modern Cartoon Network kind of kids thing. Yeah.
No, I'm a huge fan of Thundercats, but like that idea is pretty similar to Shazam. Like I mean, but Shazam can turn it off and on.
Yeah. Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
You see anything? I have something else I saw, but it's my shout out.
Okay.
That I'm going to talk about.
I started watching fucking Get Out in my counseling class.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking movie is so goddamn good. Movie
Yeah,
is
dude.
so goddamn good. Like, I think when we did our Us episode, like we kind of, and like I feel like I've done it since, like where I'm kind of like, oh well, you know, like Us and Get Out are just different movies, like, but one isn't really better than the other.
Get Out's better?
Oh man, Get Out's fucking so good.
I like Get Out more.
Especially when you
I think
watch
I said
it,
that on the episode.
especially when you rewatch it and you start to see like all these little intricacies, which
Well, when you
it might
rewatch
happen.
Us, you might get the same thing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Or no, you definitely will get the same thing when you watch Us. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, little stuff that like that you missed initially. Yeah, we should do a fucking spoiler episode and Get Out. I'd enjoy that.
Get Out.
That movie's worth doing a spoiler episode for sure.
I want to rewatch it for sure because I've only seen it the one time. That's a movie that merits rewatches.
Mm-hmm.
See anything else? Watch more House.
I watched a shit ton of House, dude.
Too much. Did you even finish The Office, or
Wait,
did you
no.
just jump over?
The Office is like, you know, something that was just like kind of turning on while I was going to
Well,
sleep.
yeah, but it seems like you're doing that with House now.
Not really.
No? Oh.
No. Like, because I like watching it, like when I feel myself starting to fall asleep,
How many
I'll
seasons
pause
of
and then
House
go back.
are there?
6, I think.
That's a lot, man.
Mhm.
22 episodes, I'm guessing, because it was on normal TV.
Yeah.
It's a lot. I wonder how much you'll get through before it like burns out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before like you burn out on the procedure of the show.
House is such a stupid show. So, like, House for sure wouldn't be able to exist in 2019.
Really?
It wouldn't be able to.
Why?
So, like, you know the shtick of House, right? Like, you understand the
I've
premise
seen
of it?
House. I watched a
Yeah,
lot of
you've
House when
seen-
I was younger with my parents.
Right. But like, do you remember like watching House in school?
No.
Did you ever do that?
I don't think
We
so.
watched it in our anatomy class.
Yeah, I wasn't in that
once.
class.
Yeah, that dude, that was a pretty lit ass anatomy class. It had
That's where the
me,
Anatomy
Tommy,
Chronicles came
me,
from.
Tommy, Derek,
Jamie,
Richard Lardner was also. He was
Mike Smeka, I think was in that.
Was it Mike? No, Kobiela.
Josh Kobiela or Jansen Kobiela?
Jansen was in that class.
That's right, dude. Yes, that's right. But that's where the Anatomy Chronicles came from.
Yes. Yeah, dude. We had a lot of good
A
times
series of doodles
there. No, but like
put into folder.
but we had fucking. There was one time that we watched an episode of House, and I remember as like that intro comes on, and it's like kind of like a banging intro, and I remember sitting behind Richard Lardner, and he just starts going like this as the intro's going, and like I do that every time.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like it's such a weird like thing that I have in my brain from like just the relating to House. But dude, that show like wouldn't be able to exist in 2019.
Why?
Because so like the premise of the show is that you have this wild ass fucking politically incorrect doctor
Yeah.
in House, which his shtick is that he's like a for the most part a bad person. Like he says a lot of fucked up shit.
He's
really
a piece of shit.
misogynist, racist shit. But in the end, he's always right.
He got no respect.
But in the shtick is that in the end he's always right, even if he's like mistaken about certain things, or if like he hits certain obstacles that like where it might look like he's wrong. At the end of
You're
each
talking
episode,
about
he's
always right
solves,
about the procedure, the medical issue. He's always right.
Yeah, and
He's never right about the way he treats people, or very rarely.
that's the thing that I think might be fucking like kind of weird about House, dude. Is I think that like the more that I watch House, like the more that it's like kind of aiding to this sort of like nihilistic sort of like mentality that like sort of like what I'm seeing is that like everybody sucks. Everybody has numero uno as their priority.
Mm-hmm.
And like and it's not, they don't portray that in a completely bleak sense. It's like everyone is numero uno in their priority, but at certain times, like it aligns their self-interest align with, you know, benefiting others.
Yeah,
like the show is about saving lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not for the benefit of. There's one character in the entire. Or, I mean, you could argue two characters in the entire show that have like a moral high ground, like
his boss guy.
So I would not his boss, but I would say that his
The white dude
his
with the
friend,
hair.
Wilson. It's not his boss. It's his.
Oh, I
friend.
thought it was his boss.
No, his boss is Cuddy, who's
Kid Cudi.
Yeah, Kid Cuddy.
Wow, that's
Scott,
awesome.
Yeah, Scott Muscuddy.
I'd watch that show. Scott Muscuddy running a hospital.
I love Kid Cuddy. He's not that great of an actor.
Oh, really? I haven't seen the new movie he's in.
He's not that great of an actor. He did that fucking Fast and Furious, the poor man's Fast and Furious spinoff, Need for Speed, with Jesse from fucking.
Well, if you're
Breaking Bad.
making a spin-off of Fast and Furious, you need to get a rapper in it to play one of your characters.
Definitely. Anyways, so like okay, so
You also need an R&B singer.
So yeah, I just don't think that it could exist in 2019 because of how offensive he is.
People say the same thing about The Office, though.
Yeah,
And I disagree with that.
You disagree with that? No?
Yeah.
I think that House is worse than The Office.
Oh, sure. Well,
Because,
mostly
like,
because
House-
Michael Scott is, like, beloved.
Well, like The Office, like all of the sort of like fucked up shit kind of comes from an imbecile.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Yeah, like
Michael's an idiot.
like House is consistently proved that he's right.
He's a super genius.
He's a super genius, but like he's like you can tell that he's just fucking sad.
He's
It has, like,
highly
a lot of that.
competent.
He has like a lot of that sort of Russ
This
Cole
goes
syndrome.
with so we've talked about writing excuses before. Something they bring up a lot is the sliding scales of character.
Right.
Where you have 3 scales, and I'm trying to remember what they are. It's competency, basically like how likable you are, and how proactive you are, or something like that. I can't remember
How
what
active versus passive.
Yeah, something
Right.
like those 3, and how if you can ratchet them all in different ways as long as they're not all in the same place, basically. So like if you ratchet down House's likability, you have the ability then to put his competency like all the way up.
Right.
And vice versa. That's Michael Scott is the opposite of that kind of, because Michael Scott's so likable despite him being a fucking idiot and saying stupid shit.
Right.
But it's like kind of fits into that sort of.
And the
being able to
times where
slide
he is
those-
being the most competent, he's being the least offensive.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Michael Scott.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Because there's definite
Yeah.
there's examples of him being super confident in a business.
No, he's actually really good at his job.
Yeah.
That's like the funniest thing about The Office is that in the end, Michael Scott is amazing at his job.
right.
He's just a doofus.
Yeah.
Like his branch is always like the best-selling branch and stuff. Oh, that's great. I love that show. Anyway, do you want to do shout-outs?
Yeah, let's go into it.
Do you want to go first or want me to go first?
I'll go first. I'm
You
gonna do
go
a
first.
score again because fuck it.
Sco.
I'm gonna do a score again. All right, so
Happy Easter.
all praise the Most High. Social Network. I talk about Social Network a lot. I'm gonna bring up the specific, like
You love this
specifically
score,
the Social Network score. I love the Social Network score. It's done by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Atticus Ross, what a name.
Yeah, great name, right? Trent Reznor is from Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But it's I've heard, I forgot who it was. I think it was David Fincher talking about this score and how important it was to the movie, and how like important it was for him to not have like a very generic score in the sense of like the example that he used was like, if we just included like Elvis Costello music with this movie, this movie would have been so generic and like kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
But like the score for Social Network is it's kind of techie.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can get that, like there's a lot of
Synth stuff.
there's a lot of synths, there's a lot of just like really interesting rhythms. I love it. I love listening to it while I'm doing homework, because it's like, it's slow, but like in a sort of like you know how like lo-fi beats, you know, like lo-fi hip hop beats will kind of have like that pounding rhythm to them that kind of gets you in the mood, but like they don't distract you from the work that you're doing.
Yes.
Social Network is a lot like that. And it definitely like it's amazing when you're watching the movie, as well as like after you're watching the movie and you're just fucking thinking about it, because like, I don't know, when I listen to it, it makes me think of fucking Mark Zuckerberg, and fucking like while I'm doing homework and shit like that, it makes me feel smarter. So
are you intrigued in the idea that people say that Aaron Sorkin should make a Social Network sequel about what Mark Zuckerberg is going through right now?
It'd be pretty interesting,
right? Because like in that movie, Jesse Eisenberg is a complete asshole, but you connect to him as a character. Now, Mark Zuckerberg in real life is coming across as just a complete asshole who has no clue how to deal with human existence. It'd be really interesting to see that I
would only see it if
Aaron
it
Sorkin
was,
made it.
Yeah. Well, if Aaron Sorkin wrote it, and preferably fucking David
Fincher
was
directed it again.
in charge of, and Jesse Eisenberg, like, just bring back.
Just bring back everybody.
Bring back the whole cast.
Bring it all back.
Sequel.
Bring back Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross for the score. Do it
I'm
all.
not sure. Has David Fincher ever made a sequel?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, he made Aliens 3, but that was like his first movie.
It wasn't a sequel to his own film.
No.
Though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Cool. Score of Social Network.
Yeah, it's a dope score.
My shout out is something else that I watched this week called Guava Island. Guava Island is a short film. It's about an hour, 55 minutes, I think it was, starring Donald Glover
and Rihanna, right? Yeah,
and Letitia Wright from Black Panther, and I can't remember the dude's name, the other dude, like the villain. But anyway, it is okay. So, how to explain this? It's kind of a glorified music video.
Okay,
but it's not. It's also a short film. It is basically all of the music you've heard from Donald Glover over the past like year and a half. Everything from last year's Summer Pack, Feel Like Summer, those songs, and like the songs that he performed on SNL live that he never released. Remember Saturday? That song was super dope, and I was super mad it wasn't released anywhere. Well, it's in this movie. Also, This Is America is in it. So basically, all the random music that he's released over the past like year is in this short film, and it's about an island called Guava, where Donald Glover plays a character who. Okay, so the introduction to the short film is like a little animated bit where Rihanna is voicing over the history of the island, and basically, the legend says that the island came from a time when everywhere in the world there was love, but wherever there was love, war followed. And this was a place that existed outside of that until man found the island and discovered these little bugs that they spread this blue thread. And man fell in love with the thread and its beauty. And then because love came, war followed. And a company took over the island and started mass producing this thread. And now everyone that lives on the island is like put to work, and they're overworked, and they're not allowed to like. So the plot of the movie is about Donald Glover's character, who he and Rihanna like live together and they're dating or whatever, and like his dream is to write a song that will unite all of the people of Guava Island, and he it's just basically like a day in the life of him. He's throwing a festival, and the bad guy who like runs this company doesn't want him to throw the festival because if people are at his festival all night, they won't show up to work on Sunday. And Donald Glover is like, why can't they have a day off? It's just kind of like a very like simple story, but it's like really well done, very fun. Like he does, how Donald Glover dances. You know the dancing style.
Yeah.
A lot of that. It's like listed as a musical because there's parts where like they just break out into Childish Gambino music.
Right.
But it's like how sometimes a musical is always like if you think of like The Greatest Showman, it's like that those characters that the music represents the way they're feeling in a moment.
Right.
Not what they're actually doing.
Exactly.
This is weird, and it's like both of those things. It's like both ways. It's sometimes it's the way they're feeling and stuff like that, and sometimes it's actually happening. Like there's a scene where he sings, "You are my summertime." He sings that to Rihanna.
Right.
So like in that moment, he's actually singing to her. But in the "This Is America" moment is like a weird like dance scene in a factory where he's like trying to get across this idea that. Because one of the characters is like, I want to save enough money to move to America. And he's like, you're in America. Anywhere where a man in charge makes money off people by making their lives worse, basically, is America. And so then they do a This Is America, like, dance performance. Anyway, it's a very cool short. It's like an hour long. Donald Glover's awesome in it.
It's an hour long.
It's like 55 minutes, yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. It's made by the director is the dude that directs all his stuff.
Yeah.
Hiro Murai.
Yeah, Hiro Murai. You got
Hiro
it.
Murai. Yeah.
And it was also, but Donald Glover did the story. A lot of people have.
There's a
story
lot
credits,
of story credits. His
but
his brother wrote the screenplay.
Yeah, his brother wrote the screenplay.
Stephen Glover wrote the screenplay.
Yeah, I looked that up because I wanted to see.
Yeah,
it.
Guava Island. It's very cool. Very good short. And if you like Childish Gambino's music, you'll love it even more.
Right.
So yeah, Guava Island and the score for Social Network. Those are our shout outs for the week. We will be back next week with Blue Chips. In honor of your brother's victory in the bracket challenge.
Next week, you mean Thursday?
Or Thursday, yeah. This week for our spoiler episode.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah. Find Chris, chrismichaelstott.com for his scripts. Chris Michael Stott on Instagram. Find me, Davinwell25 on Twitter and Instagram. Find the show, The Chris and Kyle Show, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on all podcasting platforms. Like, share, rate, review, all that fun stuff. tcaks Pod on Twitter. We'll be back with a poll probably next week. For next month's poll episode. But until then, it's been fun. We out.
We out. Stay weird.